Let me take this opportunity and extend a very, very warm welcome to each of you right here at ET Now AI Summit 2024 with a very interesting theme, ushering enterprises towards an AI-driven future. Generative AI has truly and has taken the world by a storm, revolutionizing the way we not only communicate, but the way we work, the way we act, and the way we talk about business. AI models are known to not only predict future events, but also make sure that we know a lot more about our consumers, their demands, the market changes, how the market is evolving. And that is what brings us to this brilliant platform, because we do believe that collaborating among enterprises, startups, industries, and the government is a pivotal way for us to drive forward AI innovations and transformation. And at this point, as we move forward, may I request all of you to please be all set as we present to you our keynote speaker, sharing a lot about AI and our world. Let's welcome Mr. Akhilesh Tuteja, partner and national leader, clients and markets and technology, media and telecommunications, KPMG in India.
AI, as all of you have heard, started in about 1950. A lot of things happened in 60s, great stuff happened in late 60s. And then after a long time, we started to see a lot of development in 90s. And the last 3 years, I don't have to tell you that how remarkable the last 3 years have been about AI in general. And more so, the last 18 to 24 months have been significant with the onset of generative AI. And many things have happened over time. So what I call the first one is the golden era of AI, 50s, and then I call the modern era of AI. This one is not yet there, but I think this is a little bit imagination. I'm sure no prizes for guessing. This is what I call the smart toilet. Okay? So the smart toilet will have the ability to do all the things which you have to go through a diagnostic center to get the test done. All the technology since the Stone Age which we have developed, right from how we generated fire, how we created wheel, how did we do electricity, they were all tools. But AI is not a tool. AI is an agent. It has the ability to do things sometimes without you knowing about it. And therefore, let us not take AI and say, oh, this is yet another advanced technology. If there's one takeaway I have for you from this session today, do not assume AI to be a tool, because AI is not a tool. Thank you.
Well, up next, we are about to bring to you an inaugural panel discussion, a panel discussion where our speakers are going to focus on how today the AI skill divide is really something that we're noticing. Is upskilling really an uphill task? Talking to us about all this and more will be our next set of esteemed panelists right here. All yours.
Abhinav, I'd like to come to you. Can you explain to us how are you benefiting from the AI revolution?
In our company, we had to literally shift the focus in the last 2 years, considering the way how brands want to engage with their customers and channel partners. So we enabled a lot of AI infusions into our ecosystem itself, initially starting with simple chat scripts and all of this. But now what we are seeing is AR enabled with AI is playing a larger role. So we just partnered with a Singapore-based AR glasses company, just like the one that you're wearing, to enable these channel partners of brands to literally speak to their customers in their own language. And not just the language in the sense Hindi, English and all, but the context that they understand.
Dr. Ashok Chandra is a success coach, he's a guru. Sir, what are some of the challenges that you see in companies adopting to this change of AI? And what kind of skills do you think are most relevant and being easily adopted? And how are you trying to drive this change?
I'm basically on a mission to bridge the gap between academia and industry. At this point of time, what industry wants is not being produced by the academia, and academia is working under their own whims and fancies. That's why this number of rate of employment, because people say there is employment whenever I meet industry personnel in any of the conferences or wherever I go, I always find there are some position open and they are not able to fill. My humble suggestion to all of you from an industry, that whenever you do a hiring now, you must check whether he is AI enabled or he is interested in AI or he is AI centric.
We'd like to begin with our next session on unleashing the power of artificial intelligence. And joining us as our next speaker right here on stage is Georgian Jacobson, Director at Galaxy Office Automation.
A little overview about Galaxy. Galaxy have been in business for 36 years, have been helping a lot of customers through various areas of technology in terms of digital transformation. One of the largest solution providers in India, 9 offices, 8 in India and 1 in Singapore, and have been involved in all kinds of technologies and across many, many industries. Actually, a number of years ago, as the speaker from KPMG rightly said, AI came around through machine learning in the beginning. But I'm mainly putting AI actually in this decade, because I think the main catalyst that really captured the imagination of people was on the 30th of November 2022, so almost 2 years ago, where ChatGPT got announced. We just completed within the last 3 months customer surveys that were specifically only in India. So around 100 companies in India, where we did a survey with a CXO level of people about how do they look at artificial intelligence from a strategy point of view, implementation point of view. Some of the key highlights from the survey is that, and maybe not surprising, India typically is fast of adopting technology. India is quite creative in the way new solutions are being formed. And around AI, the feedback we got from the survey is 96% believes it's very important to have an AI roadmap. So they know AI have the potential to transform the company, transform the industry. And what was maybe more interesting as well is around 70% are willing to invest and have budgets assigned. So it's not just hype and we're interested, but actually people are looking to spend money to implement AI solutions. So with that, thanks a lot.
AI and Gen AI is a new buzzword and one of the top priority of every CXOs. I would like to share 3 strategic approach for balancing cost reduction with long-term investment in the AI technology. First, it's very essential to assess current capabilities, identifying where AI can enhance efficiency and drive down cost. By defining clear short-term and long-term objectives, we can prioritize high-impact use cases that can deliver us quick wins along with more strategic initiatives that require investments. Second, conducting a thorough cost-benefit analysis is very crucial. We must evaluate not just immediate savings, but also potential revenue growth and competitive advantages. Piloting projects allow us to test AI solutions in a controlled environment and refining our approach before broader implementation. Third, investing in an infrastructure is very important. Ensuring we have the right technology to support our AI initiatives. This also includes getting the right skills from the partner like us for end-to-end AI solutions. Establishing a governance framework will help us to navigate ethical concerns and ensure compliance. Finally, by measuring the success through relevant metrics and maintaining a long-term vision will drive the strategy that we adapt for evolving technology AI landscape. By integrating these elements, we can create a balance between AI strategy and effectively drive both cost efficiency and innovations.
Let's hear it up as I welcome Mr. Deepak Bargaonkar, Vice President, Solution Engineering at Salesforce, joining us to tell us more about enabling business to deliver trusted AI and, of course, everything the team Salesforce is ready to wait on.
See, we all know that every brand has a persona, and every brand is very particular about how it engages with the consumers. There are few things that you are seeing over here. There are some terms: experience, client advisor, and enabling or augmenting human capabilities, AI. Some of these things that you will be seeing over here. AI-generated replies have shortened the learning curve. And I'm sure that all of these are the things that each one of us or our customers that we work with want to achieve, because the journey has already started. There are enough number of statistics, and we all also know that probably our search engine now is changing from the erstwhile to maybe a generative AI-based any of the solutions. That has started happening in the consumer world. And like most of the technologies, consumer world starts experiencing that first, and then businesses are left with no choice to offer those capabilities to the consumers. Because you and me are so used to these technologies now that organizations have to start supporting us with those technologies. And maybe because of that, or because of the thought leadership of the organizations and the brands, they already are doing the work in this. And all of us know that. These statistics surely remind us of that. Everyone is thinking about AI. With that, I thank all of you for all your attention. Thanks a lot.
Up next, we have a very interesting fireside chat. I'd like for all of you to please put your hands together for this segment where we present to you more on AI and ethical debate, where from here.
What are the ideal uses of AI?
We are looking at AI to give us a response which gives us a very calibrated feedback on a decision cycle. Now, if this calibrated feedback gets kind of overpopulated with data or data points which are not accurate enough, then we get jumbled or kind of, pushed on to seeing some data points which may not be logical. Reference to context, your search parameters on the normal searches that you do for any facility, services, etc., or you're wanting to check in insurance. Now, AI is actually being leveraged on a very massive scale by the BFSI sector, to be very specific. And why so? Because with account aggregation coming in and the quantum of data that you require now for certain processes to be automated, you want them to be moved on from the physical validation point of view to a digital validation, where the timelines for these processes to be completed need to be truncated, so that the decision of, say, opening a bank account, which earlier came to you in around about 7 days, now with a VSIP kind of a process, you can get it in around about 3 to 4 hours, depending on how much of internal due diligence the banks are doing or the BFSI sector is doing.
Can you throw some lights about how sustainable AI can make a significant impact on, let's say, tier 3, tier 4 cities?
Tier 3 and 4 are aspirational demands. You are wanting access to certain utilities, services, items, etc., which you have not had in a normal course of the way you have been brought up. And this is where that AI data aggregation comes in. There are schemes like the agri-tech, I think we all are aware of. There is Kisan credit card that is getting pushed. All this has been done based on data aggregation only. So that is how you would want aggregation to be used beyond tier 3.
May I request all of you to please put your hands together as we look forward to presenting a very special address right here. A round of applause as I welcome Mr. C.P. Gurnani, former Managing Director and CEO of Tech Mahindra and co-founder and Executive Vice Chairman of AI on OS.
Future is really going to be exponential. And we have seen a lot happening. We have seen our wearable devices and our phone. If you ever think why Apple is the richest company in the world, it's not about just the phone. Apple is bigger, or most valuable because of the data, because of the way they integrate the data. They are the ones who know how much you sleep, when do you wake up, when do you run, when do you go to office. Just think about it. They have more control over data. India's advantage is 1.4 billion people generating data that can be used create solutions, and AI will help us leapfrog. We haven't seen the growth of AI as yet. Ultimately, what is the last final goal for all of us in AI? We should be able to do personalized retail, personalized healthcare, personalized education, predictive, and more important is also productive. If we want to do all of this, why can't we accept the challenges? This is our opportunity, and honestly, I do believe that one of those famous movie dialogues, "Apna time aayega," I'm saying apna time aa gaya hai. AI will make it happen. Let's take the challenge and let's make it happen. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Our panel discussion up next will be talking about AI versus reality. What really is the reality for LLMs in India? So may I please request all of you to extend a very warm welcome to our panelists. All yours.
To the panelists, the first question would be around the diversity of India, the language diversity, the cultural diversity. What do you think are the type of innovations that you are seeing or in and around you from an Indian context in this particular space of LLMs and Gen AI?
So using LLMs, if they are trained on material, books, and on say different languages, I will be able to understand, appreciate, and we will be able to connect to our customers. So maybe in the fields like banking and retail, you'll be able to connect with customers because you will understand like where they are coming from.
When we look at Indian context, right, there are a couple of things which are happening. One is multimodal LLMs, right? So people are so diverse. Some prefer text, others prefer voice, others are preferring a digital assistant like that's an AI avatar. We have a lot of young population, right? So all those multimodality has to exist. Second thing which is happening is around, we have a lot of edge endpoint devices out there, right? So a lot of synchronization between what's happening at the edge, what's happening in the data center. How do you kind of make sure that works in synchrony, that's interoperable? That's what's happening in the industry as far as AI and India is related. And the last thing I think what's happening is the ecosystem, which is getting developed in India, because no one, company can do it all. There are so many components to getting the final product out. So one example I can give is what Dell did along with our partner NVIDIA is we helped a startup named Sarvam AI. So they've developed like a multilingual text generation algorithm. And they have this is run on Indic languages, right? So you have Hindi, you have Bengali, Tamil, Telugu. So multilingual aspect as well is necessary.
That's great. Bhavesh?
Yeah. So I just want to sum it up by saying that, the reality of LLM in India is picking up, really, and then there is a great potential of implementing LLM in India, but at the same time, there are a lot of challenges as well. Things like, the linguistic diversify, which is one of the key concerns of, implementing LLMs. So linguistic diversify, one, ethical considerations and skill set development are very crucial when it comes to implementing LLM in India. And to make sure that we, gel well with this by fostering with the right stakeholders. And by doing this, India can harness the power of LLMs.
May I request all of you to please extend a very warm welcome as I present to you Mr. Praveen Pardesi, CEO, Maharashtra Institution for Transformation, Niti for Maharashtra. It is such a pleasure that Sir could be a part of the session. May I request him to join us on stage and share words of wisdom with us.
As we all know that before every technological revolution, there is a lot of diffidence and fear that maybe this technology will take away our jobs, or maybe this technology will disrupt our normal stakeholders. But it's always the case that we overestimate the impact of technology in the short run, but underestimate its long-term transformative. So that's about AI. For AI, what is the biggest resource? Data. So we have data of 1.4 billion people. And the problem with our data is, like with many other things, a lot of it is not reliable. So again, Maharashtra Institute for Transformation, which I head, we are working on something called Maharashtra State Data Policy. We should have a single source of truth for all the important attributes or indicators. So that state data policy is now ensuring that there is a single owner or a custodian for single sets of data. Thank you, and again, I want to thank ET for organizing this session. Thank you.
We are here at the much-awaited award ceremony. ET Now AI Disruptors Awards, a ceremony where we will be inviting on stage two spectacular categories, individual and organizational. Let us begin with our first category, which is the individual category. Please make some noise as we begin ET Now AI Disruptors Awards. Let's welcome Abhinav Pandey. He is from Nippon Life India Asset Management Limited. Please make some noise for Anirban Guha from Aditya Birla Finance Limited. Taking the Walk of Fame up next, right here is Vinod Roy from Wonder Home Finance Limited. Please put your hands together for Dr. Prince Joseph from this group. Presenting to you Gaurav Dugal from Geo Platforms Limited. Please put your hands together as we now invite companies and their team members to accept the awards. Let's hear it up for Nippon Life India Asset Management Limited. May I now request all of you to please put your hands together for Innovators Consulting Services. Please put your hands together as the ET Now AI Disruptors Award for organization goes to WNS Global Services. A round of applause for the winning team. Let's hear it up for Nippon India Mutual Fund. We move on and congratulate Udyogyantra.ai. Please put your hands together for Cipla. I'd now like to take all of you through yet another organization, Wonder Home Finance. Please put your hands together for Nippon India Asset Management. Please put your hands together for Geo Platforms.
Discussion was also held featuring insights from Sandeep Rao, Principal Solution Engineer at Salesforce, who shared his perspective on personalized financial engagement using data and AI.
So what you have seen here, are some great examples of how AI, both generative and predictive, within Salesforce can be used not just to delight your customers, not just to provide them with a personalized experience, but also for your employees, for your relationship managers, bankers, service reps, to help improve their productivity, to bring in efficiencies so that they can meet their goals and KPIs.
Abha Lalwani, Director of Solution Engineering for the retail and consumer goods industry at Salesforce, also shared her views on growing revenue and strengthening relationships through data and AI.
You have lots and lots of data, but that is trapped. How do you untrap that data to drive your unique experiences? How do you drive personalization at scale? And you're delivering a consistent brand experience. And that is where it is important that we kind of build that connected experience, which is where AI can kind of help us. We are in an AI revolution.